0 to 1, Notes on Startups, or How to Build the Future is a book written by Peter Thiel, co-founder of PayPal and early investor in Facebook, based on notes taken by Blake Masters from Thiel's Stanford lectures. The central idea of the book is simple but powerful. Progress comes from going from 0 to 1, creating something entirely new, not from going from 1 to n, which is copying what already exists. This book challenges conventional startup advice and presents a bold framework for innovation, monopoly, competition, technology, and building companies that shape the future. Keycap 1 0 to 1 versus 1 to n. Thiel begins by distinguishing between two types of progress. Horizontal progress, 1 to n, copying something that already works. Example, opening another restaurant like an existing one. Vertical progress, 0 to 1, creating something fundamentally new. Example, inventing the airplane, the internet, or PayPal. Going from 0 to 1 means creating new technology, new systems, or new ways of thinking. It is innovation that changes the world. Thiel argues that globalization spreads existing ideas, 1 to n, but technology creates new ones, 0 to 1. True breakthroughs require bold thinking, not imitation. Keycap 2, the importance of definite optimism. Thiel talks about how people view the future. Definite optimists believe the future will be better and plan to build it. Indefinite optimists believe the future will improve but don't know how. Definite pessimists believe the future is bad and predictable. Indefinite pessimists fear the future and feel powerless. According to Thiel, modern society has become indefinite. People want success but don't have concrete plans. Startups, however, require definite optimism, a clear vision and bold execution. The future doesn't just happen. It is built. Keycap 3, competition is for losers. One of the most controversial ideas in 0 to 1 is that competition destroys profits. In business school, we are taught that competition is healthy. Thiel disagrees. He argues, if you want to create and capture lasting value, look to build a monopoly. A monopoly, in Thiel's sense, is not a corrupt giant corporation. It is a company that does something so uniquely well that no one else can compete. For example, Google dominates search. Facebook dominates social networking. Amazon dominates online retail. These companies created unique technology and build strong network effects. Competitive markets lead to price wars and low margins. Monopoly markets lead to innovation and sustainable profits. Keycap 4, the power law. Thiel introduces the concept of the power law in startups and investing. In venture capital, a small number of companies generate almost all the returns. Most startups fail. A few succeed massively. This means investors must aim for companies that can become huge. Entrepreneurs must build businesses capable of exponential growth. Thinking small limits impact. You must aim for something that can dominate a market. Keycap 5, secrets. What do you know that others don't? Thiel asks a powerful interview question. What important truth do very few people agree with you on? Great businesses are built on secrets, insights about the world that others haven't recognized. There are two kinds of secrets. Natural secrets, undiscovered scientific truths. Social secrets, things people believe incorrectly. For example, Airbnb saw that people would stay in strangers' homes. Uber realized transportation could be digitally coordinated. Founders must discover and act on hidden opportunities. Keycap 6, building a monopoly the right way. Thiel outlines 4 characteristics of successful monopolies. 1. Proprietary technology. Your product must be at least 10x better than alternatives. 2. Network effects. The product becomes more valuable as more people use it. 3. Economies of scale. The company becomes more efficient as it grows. 4. Branding. Strong brand identity protects the business. He advises startups to begin with a small niche market and dominate it before expanding. Facebook started with Harvard students only, not the whole world. Start small, dominate, then expand. Keycap 7. The role of founders. Thiel believes strong founders are critical. He discusses the importance of clear vision, ownership, decisiveness. He also notes that successful startup teams are usually small, tight-knit, and mission-driven. Culture matters deeply. Early employees shape the DNA of the company. Keycap 8. The importance of sales. Engineers often underestimate sales. Thiel argues that sales drive success. Even the best product fails without distribution. There are two types of sales: personal sales, high-touch, enterprise deals; viral distribution, low-cost, scalable. Great businesses combine both technology and distribution strategy. Keycap 9. Man and machine. Thiel challenges the fear that computers will replace humans. Instead, he argues that technology works best when humans and machines complement each other. PayPal combined human judgment with algorithmic fraud detection. The future belongs to businesses that combine human creativity with machine efficiency. Keycap in the myth of disruption. Thiel warns that blindly trying to disrupt industries is dangerous. If you enter a crowded market, you face brutal competition. Instead, he advises creating new markets entirely. Tesla didn't try to compete directly with cheap gasoline cars at first. It started with luxury electric vehicles, a new niche. Create new space rather than fight over existing space. 1. Startups and risk. Startups are risky, but Thiel argues that the biggest risk is not taking any risk. Working at a large company may feel safe, but real growth often comes from bold ventures. However, startups require clear equity structure, strong leadership, long-term thinking. Short-term focus destroys innovation. 2. Technology and the future. Thiel is critical of stagnation in many industries. He asks, why have we seen huge progress in computers, but slow progress in energy, transportation, and medicine? He believes the next wave of progress must focus on deep technology breakthroughs, not just apps and social media. The future should include advanced energy solutions, space exploration, radical biotech innovation. 3. The founder's paradox. Thiel observes that many great founders are unusual or eccentric. They think differently and challenge norms. However, founders must balance boldness with control. Too much charisma without structure can destroy companies. 7 questions every startup must answer. Thiel outlines 7 critical questions. 1. Engineering. Can you create breakthrough technology? 2. Timing. Is now the right time? 3. Monopoly. Are you starting with a big share of a small market? 4. People. Do you have the right team? 5. Distribution. Do you have a way to sell? 6. Durability. Will your position last 10 to 20 years? 7. Secret. Have you identified a unique opportunity? If a company cannot answer these clearly, it is unlikely to succeed. Fire core message of the book. The main takeaway of 0 to 1 is: the future is not predetermined. It is shaped by bold thinkers who create new things. Innovation requires independent thinking, courage, focus, long-term vision. Instead of copying trends, entrepreneurs must build something truly new. Bring practical lessons from 0 to 1. 1. Avoid competition, seek monopoly. 2. Start with a niche market. 3. Focus on long-term value. 4. Build 10x better products. 5. Discover secrets others miss. 6. Think independently. 7. Create the future instead of predicting it. Direct hit final conclusion. 0 to 1 is not just a startup guide. It is a philosophy of innovation. Peter Thiel challenges conventional wisdom and pushes readers to think beyond incremental improvement. Going from 1 to n copies the world. Going from 0 to 1 creates it. The book ultimately encourages entrepreneurs, investors, and dreamers to ask themselves, what valuable company is nobody building? That is where the future begins.